This is Vince Cerulli, Marketing Director at Exit One Realty in Columbus, Ohio. Today we're going to discuss, and matter of fact we're going to do this in a three-part series, discuss the 7 reasons homes don't sell. One of the first things I want to talk about is really what to expect from any agent that you may be interviewing to list your home with, and what to expect from that agent. First thing you should expect is the truth, the truth about what the market conditions are and what the price of the home should be, what the condition of your home is, and there should be a lot of transparency in how they come up with numbers and precisely what they're saying, and you should make sure that you're going to have a way to hold your listing agent accountable. First thing I want to talk about is a little bit about marketing here, and I think one of the first things you got to realize is, do you want your home to sell, or do you want someone to actually buy it? As a matter of fact, it becomes important in the interview process that you understand the difference between selling a home and someone buying a home. I think it's very important for you to understand that homes are really not sold; they are bought. Let's go back over maybe the past 100 years about how agents approached sellers and touted how they could basically sell their home. And really what's happened over the past 100 years, especially in the last 3 or 4 years, as that certainly has changed. The dynamics, the paradigm has certainly shifted, and it's more about marketing. Buyers are much more sophisticated now. They have a lot more information at their fingertips that they can go over, and so it is important for everyone out there to understand that homes need to be marketed and bought by someone, and no longer does hard selling and that particular tactic work on buyers out there. The other little secret here is that most agents and brokerages have really not kept pace with the changes that are taking place in the general business world. They continue to deploy old way of thinking and old techniques in trying to sell a home. That just doesn't cut it anymore. Buyers are much more sophisticated than ever before, and as a matter of fact, we're seeing that 90+% of people, when they go to look for a home, will go to the internet to do their searching first. They're not necessarily calling the agent with the sign in the yard. But how do you spot these particular types of old line agents that use the old tactics that really just don't work anymore? Well, one of the ways to kind of spot them is they're using all these old techniques. They're the ones that are really out there sending you the postcards of a home that they say they have sold, but really that most homes, what happens is the agent places the home in the MLS, and a buyer's agent who actually has a buyer actually ends up selling the house, although that agent would appear, when you receive that just sold card, that they're the ones that actually did it. But probably there's a 95 to 98% chance that that home was actually sold not by the listing agent, by someone that had a ready, willing, and able buyer that actually bought that residence. Again, if you don't know or if you don't believe that homes are bought more than sold, let me ask you this particular question here. When is the last time someone walked up to you and sold you a $300,000, a $200,000, or $400,000 product that you were not looking to buy? It just doesn't happen. Again, let's go over some of the 7 reasons that homes don't sell or are not bought. First one is overpriced. Typical tactic, again, that we'll talk a little bit more about is agents have a tendency to overprice the listing because they know the seller wants to get as high a price as possible, so they'll overprice for no other reason to get that listing. Back to that truth again. You want to make sure that that they're telling you the truth and it's transparent as to how they arrived at that price. Undermarketed, we're going to talk a little bit about how homes are actually undermarketed by many listing agents. Underwaged, we'll talk specifically about how underwaging your home can harm the sale of your home. That will make it more difficult for you, because the home will end up many more days on the market and cost you monthly payments and so forth. We'll talk about that in detail. Inexperienced agents, that the hurdle for someone to get their real estate license is not that high. So you got to be careful about the type of agent that you're hiring. Now, you can get someone that's been in the business for 20 years but may have 6 months worth of experience 40 times. So you got to be careful when we talk about inexperienced agent. It has nothing to do with longevity. Another reason that homes don't sell is just market condition. And then the sixth reason that we see that homes don't sell is the condition of your home, and we're going to talk more about that. And then the seventh reason that we have down here is fear. That when the government announces certain things, it can strike fear in the hearts of potential buyers, and they'll back away, or fear of losing a job. There's a lot of things that enter into the fear factor here. Let me start off by talking a little bit about overpriced. Agents overprice the homes, as we mentioned before, to get the listing. And then after that, they come in and ask for price reductions. If it doesn't sell within a relatively short period of time, then keep working that particular price down until it is sold. So again, this does happen, and it may or may not be the fault of the agent, but there are ways to protect yourself. Again, even if the agent is truthful, if they haven't done exactly the right things that we're going to talk about here, your home can end up being overpriced just because of the inexperience of the agent. One of the things that happens with overpriced home is agents on the other side, agents when your home goes into the MLS, when they look at the price, they're just going to show homes that are overpriced to their clients. It just won't happen. And even if it does happen and an offer is made, many times, as we're seeing, especially in today's type of market, appraisers don't appraise it at that particular price, and if it doesn't appraise, lenders don't lend. So what happens to the seller in an overpriced home is they continuously chase the market down, never catching up with it, but always chasing it down, never getting in front of the market. That ends part one, and if you'll continue down our blog here, you will see part two, and we'll continue to talk about price and the other reasons that homes do not sell. Again, Vince Cerulli, Exit One Realty. See you on part two.